Hello, I'm Bartu Hamarat, and I'm a freshman physic 101 student from Mechanical Engineering Department in Bilkent University. And today I'm going to prove the fact that the kinetic friction coefficient doesn't depend on the inclination angle. To conduct this experiment, I'm going to use these tools: a plank, a measuring tape, a disc weight, a digital inclinometer, and finally a digital chronometer from my telephone. The coefficient of kinetic friction is a dimensionless quantity that represents the ratio of kinetic friction force between two surfaces to the normal force pressing them together. The component of the gravitational force along the incline minus the kinetic friction force equals to the net force, which is also equal to the mass times the acceleration. By combining these two equations, we can define the kinetic friction coefficient using the equation shown on the screen. We will use this equation in our later calculations. We are going to use the equation where acceleration is equal to the 2 times the distance traveled divided by the square of the time taken. We also assume that the gravitational acceleration is 9.81 meters per second squared. For the first part of my experiment, I drew two lines on the plank and measured the distance between them. Then I set the plank to a 20-degree angle and released the disc 3 times. These results lead us to an acceleration of 0.894 meters per second squared, as shown in the table. In the second part of my experiment, I set my plank to an angle of 65 degrees and released the disc 3 times again. After adding our final data to the table, our final table looks like this. We see that for 20 and 65 degrees, the disc has accelerations of 0.894 and 7.425 meters per second squared, respectively. The final stage of the experiment is making the calculations. When we insert our values into the equation we derived at the beginning, we find two very close coefficient values, 0.267 and 0.353. There is an approximately 24% error between these values. The possible reasons for this error are weather conditions such as wind, measurement errors due to the insufficiency of our measuring instruments, and the fact that the plank and the disc are not perfectly flat.